Hello, everybody. This is Ed Dick from Primetime Sports, bringing you a midweek preview. This week we're going to be talking about Medina County football. We got two head-to-head matchups between Medina County teams. We have two other teams that are vying for the playoffs, and another team looking to finish the 2011 campaign strong. So, without further ado, we're going to get right to it. We're going to talk about first the Wadsworth Grizzlies. Jack Snowball has led his rushing attack to an 8-1 record for the Grizzlies, steamrolling in the Suburban League, and looking for a share of the Suburban League championship. They're currently sitting 5th in Division I Region 2, which is their particular region for which they qualify for the state playoffs. They currently control their own destiny, according to Joe Itel, meaning should they win this week, they will be assured a spot in the Division I playoffs. They're going to be traveling to Nordonia, who is a 2-7 team. They should have no trouble with the Knights. I expect Jack Snowball to have a tremendous game and lead the Wadsworth Grizzlies to Week 11. With any luck, with some help from their opponents, they'll be able to host in Week 11, host a game as the top 4 teams in each region get to host in the first round. We're going to move on. We're going to stay in the same region, Division I Region 2. Big backyard battle between the Medina Bees and the Brunswick Blue Devils. Brunswick is 6-3, coming off a big loss to Solon. Medina is 3-6, coming off a big loss to Mentor. Both these teams are looking for some momentum going into the 2012 campaign. Brunswick is hosting Medina on their senior night. You can bet that the Blue Devils aren't going to let Medina come onto their field and ruin their senior night, much like they tried to do last year to Medina. Medina has had a tough year this year. They qualified for the state playoffs last year, upset Kent and McKinley. With new coach Ray Raddick in the fold, they were expected to make some noise in the Northeast Ohio Conference, and it just hasn't happened for them yet this year. So both teams are looking to finish up strong in that respect. We're going to jump over to Division 1 or Division 2, Region 6. We have another playoff team that is playing a Medina County opponent. Medina Highland is hosting the Cloverleaf Colts. Cloverleaf is at 3-6. Medina Highlands at 6-3. Medina is currently sitting 5th in their playoff standings. There's nothing listed by their name on the website, meaning should they win, they're not completely in. But they're in a pretty good spot at the 5-hole. Should they win, there's almost assuredly they will make the playoffs with the proper amount of help from their opponents and some adversaries that lose. They could also host in the first round. That game will be on Friday night. Jerry Scholl is leading that offense, running the ball, passing the ball. He's their Mr. Everything on offense, and they're going to be going up against a worthy adversary and wide receiver Robbie Buckwald. Robbie Buckwald is a tremendous player. He's a playmaker on offense. As a wide receiver, he can also kick and punt. So 2 out of 3 phases of the game, he's pretty well rounded on. Should be a pretty good matchup. I look for Highland to defeat Cloverleaf and make their way into the Division II playoffs starting next week. We're going to travel on over to the very tiny city of Sullivan. We're going to check out the Black River Pirates. They're currently sitting 4th in Division 4, Region 13. They'll host Keystone, who is 0-9. Black River controls their own destiny. Should they win, they will be in. They also have a chance to host a playoff game as well. Andrew Vaughn is a very tough running back, tough offensively and defensively. They run a triple threat attack with 3 different running backs, and they all rush for high averages. Andrew Vaughn leads them. He's only a sophomore, so we have 2 more years of Andrew Vaughn coming our way. I look for Black River to defeat Keystone and make their way to the playoffs, which for them will be next Saturday. Last but not least, Division 3, we're going to talk about the Buckeye Bucks. They're going to host the Wellington Dukes. Buckeyes 3-6, Wellington 6-3. Wellington's looking for a chance to get into the Division 4 playoffs as well. It'll be up to Buckeye to stop them. Buckeyes, they're a cyclical team. Unfortunately, right now they're on their down cycle. Wellington is a very tough team. Their 3 losses are to some very good opponents. They defeated Black River earlier in the year. I look for Wellington to defeat Buckeye and maybe make their way into the Division IV playoffs. This is a quick review of the Medina County games this week. We have Wadsworth at Nordonia, Medina at Brunswick, Cloverleaf at Highland, Wellington at Buckeye, Keystone at Black River. Go out, support the teams. They're all playing Friday night. It's the last week of the season for some of these teams. It'd be it's a great atmosphere. Come out and support your local teams. And good luck to Wadsworth, Highland, and Black River on your bids to make the playoffs. We'll talk next week. Until then, have a good night.